Hello YouTube, good morning. I'm Yasmin. I'm host for Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is a platform where you can practice languages as English, German, Spanish, French, Italian. This is not a class. I'm not a teacher. I'm here just to practice in a chat 100% in another language. Usually we have a subject to guide our conversation. Today the subject that will guide will be technology addiction. And usually start presenting ourselves to break the ice a little and switch the mind to the English or the other language that is the immersion. So I will present myself. I'm Yasmin. I'm 20. I live at São Paulo. Here I live with my parents. And at my free time, I like to read books, watch series, play video games. And that's it about me. Pedrito, could you present yourself, please?
Sure. My name is Pedrito Souza. I'm 36 years old. I live in Santa Maria, Rio Grande do Sul, and I'm working with IT as a DevOps engineer. Uh, in my free time, I like to enjoy with my family. I'm married and I have a daughter. Uh, and I'm here to improve my English speaking.
Thank you, Pedrito. Michaeli, what about you?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michaeli. I'm 29 years old. I was born in Anápolis, Goiás, but nowadays I live at the capital, Goiânia, Goiás. I live here with my husband and my two cats. Uh, I have the flu, so my voice probably isn't very good today. I work as a study coordinator in clinical trials, and I am a PhD student too. And I think it's that. Thank you.
Thank you, Michaeli. And Ricardo, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. Nice day. Well, Ricardo lives, I live at São Vicente, a small city of São Paulo State, first city from Brazil. My voice is a little bad because I don't know, a kind of flu. And I work on IT company. I love watching movies, series. That's it, guys.
Ricardo, please, what about you?
Morning, everyone. I'm Cris. I'm live in Manaus, Amazonas. I'm a software developer. My free time, I like watching movies, series, participate some technology events, and I think that's it.
Thank you. So, starting with Chris, the first question. Do you think we are more dependent on technology today than we are 10 years ago? And why?
I think yes, and the most of part, I think so. Not a good way to use these two about more uses social medias and some things to like to enjoy and distract yourself, something like this, and this this area is I think the technology use the another way to discover more things like I don't know in English Triângulo das Bermudas something like this, the mystery or things around the world. I think so, but I think technologies take a more part in the use the day, something like this, but not correct way. I think this.
Yeah, in the past we had different social medias. I think one of them was MSN, for example. I think passed more than 10 years until this social media, but nowadays all the social medias that we had is very different than the past, I imagine. Ricardo, what about you?
Uh, yeah, I believe that. Uh, since you could mention uh, simple things or more complex things. For example, when you wanted to check the results of some equation or another count, use a calculator. Or for example, well, when I was a child, normally you could remember the name of the numbers, phone numbers, and nowadays it's not necessary anymore because you use agenda on your phone. And for example, the others, you use a GPS or similar technology gadget. Yeah, it's not exactly right or wrong. I believe that if you maybe check 50 years ago, the people could use telephones and don't use letters, for example. The technology feel the technology things were created since I don't know beginning of the time. So it's more and more advanced. That's it. Sorry for my voice.
No problem. Yeah, I agree with you. In the past, we had to have all information just in our mind, the address, the phones, things like that. But nowadays, every time is easier to have that. So I think this is good for one side, but when it's get really addiction can be bad because there are people that even trying to know something just go to technology devices, researches to get information. For example, ChatGPT, the people are used to not try to learn something, just put the input there and try to get an output to help on activities on the school, for example. So I think that the technology researches are good, but not in a highway like using for everything, I think. Pedrito, what do you think about this?
Uh, I think is sure about that. I'm sure about that. Like we are more dependent, and I can say more and more every day. Uh, because for my point of view, the technology in general comes to solve a problem, but create another ones. And every day we have to solve problem by problem to go through and follow the sun. I think some technologies when comes we just start to use more like I don't know more with more resistance, but after that we can see the how is the all integration and solutions, and this I think is the essence of technology. Every day can brings new things and new solutions, and we have to keep studying and creating solutions to this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a tool, so we have the disadvantage and the advantage too, maybe. Michaeli, what about you?
I think everyone is dependent on the technology because I think create or use technology is part of being human. Because when we research about what is technology, it's It's like create or adapt tools and system to solve problems in our life. So I think be dependent on technology is a part of our life. So I think everyone is dependent on technology, and even indigenous population. I think they then have our own technology to produce and use. So in general, I think technology is part of us, and is it's a part of improving ourselves as a have a population in human being.
Yeah, good point. Because I think every time the human beings trying to find out new things, like you said, so every time a new technology is being created, and this exists since of the stone era, I think. Like the first technology was to create tools made by stones, for example. So these all are technologies, and uh, these turn on necessary in our lives, I think. Very present. Ricardo, did you want to say something? I don't know. I think I said I
I'm
saw
sorry.
Ricardo open the mic before, so I.
I know I just coughing, so
Okay, no problem. Uh, so, Michaeli, what are the signs that indicate a person could be addicted to technology?
When I think about addiction, I think about compulsive use, like spend increasing amounts of time online to achieve satisfaction, like use a lot of social media, Instagram, something like that, or withdrawal symptoms, like feeling tired or depression, anxiety to use something like that. I think when I think addiction in about that symptoms, I think about that the physical health issues like anxiety, depression, or compulsive use. I always think about that.
Yeah, he's being created a lot of mental issues caused by technology nowadays. So it's very present. Chris, what do you think about this?
I agree what Michael said about and complement the answer is people use it all the time. I don't like this, but I see sometimes people don't like go to restaurant or a special place and don't eat if you first uh, post publish the plate the what the things will eat and I think, oh my gosh, it's like a dependency. Or go to a store and buy something and share. I don't know why, and I think it's a dependency. Uh, I don't know, emotional. Um, I think this just to complement the answer. I agree.
Yeah, once I saw a video about a couple in a restaurant, and the girl was taking a photo of the dish after these get on their table, and her boyfriend to make a uh, something to her like to make her angry, just put the hand and mix the things on the plate so the plate get really um awful and really bad to see, and she gets really mad because she wanted to take this photo. And I always think, oh, but you are in a restaurant to eat something, not to take photos. I don't know, sounds really strange. And she gets really mad with him, like this start with a discussion between them. Really strange. I don't know. Ricardo, what about you?
uh, I don't know. Nowadays it's a little hard to notice the difference because I don't know, the most part of the people became look at the cellular, the cell phone all the time. Uh, when you a couple of weeks ago, I go to the cinema and the I don't know. For me, it's hard to understand, because I don't know. You go to the cinema, you go to the movie theater, and the perspective is what a move, uh, and suddenly the guys uh, using the cell phone, send messages and other stuff, and the play video games or so. I I really don't understand the circumstances. And for me, I don't know how to say Lego in English. I'm not an expert, certainly, but for me is weird. This kind of situation for me is sound like addiction, because even that in this moment is not possible to let the cell phone uh, don't use the cell phone in these circumstances. So I believe that is even, for example, you go to a restaurant, and normally, for example, you could eat something in your house, but when you go to another place, a friend's house or a restaurant, the perspective is let the things different. So in this case, when you don't turn off the cell phone, or don't give a break for the cell phone, and just checking the messages and other stuff all the time, it's sound like a sign, my opinion. That's it.
Yeah. You said about the movie theater,
I
people.
committed this mistake too sometimes. So, and the people used to say that the first sign is the nine, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. It's not so hard, but I use sometimes.
Yeah, you said about the movie theater, and I
Not in
remember.
movie filter. Movie filter is for me is awful, but in a restaurant, for example, I use. Sorry.
Yeah, it makes me remember about, I think was in 2023 or last year, that Oppenheimer get the premiere, and I went to the theater to watch that. And one guy was looking at the Instagram and sending messages all the movie, and this keep me think, oh, you pay for the ticket that wasn't cheap, by the way, just to keep sit on the chair and be rolling the Instagram. Isn't more easy make that out of the movie theater, you know? So yeah, this occur a lot. I think every movie that I went, every time that there was someone like recording scenes too. This is very strange to me. I don't know.
In this case, I consider addiction, because any kind of move that start by Florence Pug, and the guy used the cell phone, it certainly is addiction.
Yeah, but was very funny because this guy just stops to use the cell phone in one scene of Oppenheimer, and I will not say what scene because I think you imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go to see that. So I think it's more easier if he just search on the internet, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think Pedrito doesn't answer that yet.
Yeah. Well, the signs, I think, when you can't control, just like you said before, you can have more the control about pick up your cell phone. in some occasions, you just realize you are scrolling the screen. I I think I I try to because I work with technology for 18 years now. I always try to when my work finish, keep out for the computer, and like when I go at the weekends, I go to a countryside, for example. I don't. I just put aside my cell phone and do other things, enjoy the view, and try to do other things. But I see like my daughter when she have a time to do something with the television, see something different, or at the tablet and other things. She prefer that, and I try to keep out of it. But I don't know. And we have a lot of new syndromes today. I heard about like the syndrome when your mind like think that the cell phone is vibrating in your pocket, for example. You just pick up in different occasions without control, and is not we don't have a notification. It's just your mind trick you. And another ones and another problems to anxiety and other things comes together with this.
Yeah, you said about this syndrome, and I remember about one girl that makes part of BBB. I don't know if you remember, I forgot her name, but she was so addicted by technology and TikTok that when she wasn't using the cell phone anymore, she's starting to get crazy, starting to think people was stalking her, and all the edition for BBB was for make bad for her. So imagine that how the mind of the this person came bad, and the a lot of mental health problems too. So I think this is a really high addiction by that. And I didn't listen before about the syndrome. I will search after the immersion about think the cell phone is pervading in your pocket. So it is really strange how something like that make us can make us have these health problems, I think. So, Pedrito, how does technology make our daily lives easier?
Well, you just can do a lot of things, sit sit in our chair, in a chair, in the sofa. I don't know. For example, I changed my bank account for 6 months, I think, now, and I just have to visit the bank 1 month before because I need to keep some to withdraw some cash to pay something in cash. So we can solve and do a lot of things with the in the internet, on the internet, and not need more to visit some places and for do some things. I think is the most impact in our lives today.
Yeah, there are a lot of digital banks nowadays too that you just solve everything in the cell phone and don't need to go to agencies that sometimes is really it takes a lot of hours of ourselves. I remember when I started to work, I was 17 and I needed to open a bank account to receive the payments. And once I was 70s, I wasn't in a age to respond by myself. Me and my mom needed to go to the agency and answer ask for this bank account and just sign a lot of documents. But I think if this was a digital one, would be more easy to do at home. So yeah, it takes a lot of time of my day. And about you, Michael, how does technology make our daily lives easier?
In my life, I think technology helps me especially to communicate with message calls, video calls. I use it a lot, and the other use is to buy a product or service. I avoid going to the shopping mall or to physical stores. I don't like. So I prefer buying something on internet. So for me, it's a good use for me.
Yeah, I think is for online shops is really great. I really like that because sometimes we even the supermarket we can made by our cell phones. So sometimes it is very quickly and instead of go to the market and make the your shop, so you can do at the cell phone. Yeah, really interesting. Chris, what about you? How does it help you?
A lot. A lot of things to ease in my life. I remember the answer about Ricardo said about the telephone directory. I think so. In the past, I remember when I'm a little, I'm a kid, and see this one, and I'm think, oh my gosh, a lot of contacts here, and they put these numbers in my mind is really hard. And I'm thinking about, thanks God, the population of cell phone, because you can consult the numbers and the locations too. It's very easy. Can you imagine in the telephone director if this I don't know, the company changed the place, the address? Oh my gosh, it's really interesting. And the people go to the old address. So about memorize the compromise, I think so. Compromise the day that important dates, I think so. In the calendar schedule, Google Calendar helps a lot about this. And talk with people around the world, I think so. Has a lot of technology is open source, and you can't pay about this, and you just use it, and I think it is amazing. It's really interesting. And I think it is many, a lot of example. The technology is our life.
Yeah, I remember in the past, I needed to have a small notebook with every important phone numbers. So I have to keep this small notebook everywhere with me because if I need, I do not remember about, I don't know, my grandma mother phone number, but nowadays I can have the cell phone. I have everything that I need in a easy way. I didn't need to take a small notebook with me, and this is really amazing. And I remember in the school time when we had to say something to our parents, like made a call, we have to go to the director class and they will be searching our parent number, so imagine how long this takes. And nowadays is very easier. Ricardo, what about you? How does technology make our daily lives easier?
Uh, I don't know. I believe that, uh, I, for example, when I say that agenda and one number agenda or Outlook that I use all of the time, um, I don't know. For example, just a small thing. For example, watch a movie in the a long time ago is necessary change channels in on TV, and right now I could choose directly the movie that I want to watch. Um, Sometimes, for example, just turn on the lights or something. I believe that uh, essentially the technology is a good thing, but yeah, certainly there are some exceptions, no? Particularly when you just use technology all the time in the, I don't know. For example, I I understood. For example, use how do you say electronic attendance. For example, uh, Google and the Amazon and the other stuff. I forgot the name of the Alexa and the others. Uh, Sometimes, for example, I would like to turn on the lights. I don't know. It's a little weird. And it just stand up and let your arm uh, stick. I don't know. So I believe that, for example, there are another kind of uses. Now, for example, turn on the lights in remotely because of the specific things. I don't know, keep away the thief or something. But when you just turn on your gadgets in your house, I don't know. Sometimes it's over ways. I don't know. That's it.
Yeah. I remember that is this technology to close the curtains using Alexa. So I don't know. When I find out that, I imagine this is really strange because the person even get up to close the curtains. I don't know, but can really save some minutes by one day. Maybe this is the advantage. I don't know. But it's really great to see how those small activities by our day by day is already, we can already use technology to do them. So I think this is really save time, I think. So, Ricardo, could you choose a question for us, please?
Uh, Number five, can technology affect human relationships? How? Uh, Sometimes it's necessary look at the eyes and the create connections, emotional connections, and sometimes it's necessary time, intimacy. And if you, for example, pick up the cell phone and the look message and other stuffs all the time, I don't know, you lose this kind of, uh, I don't know, sometimes it's weird and sometimes it's just necessary to look at the eyes and keep on this position some minutes or something. And I don't know. I mentioned cell phone, but there are another things like TV, the other stuff. So sometimes this kind of thing, connections, uh, attract attention uh, nowadays is hard. For example, it's not a criticism. Any person could use in the uh, act like on way. But for example, when a person uh, is a birthday for a person and the send a message for me is a little weird. Sometimes it's more important when you visit this person, but sometimes it's hard. I know, but make a call. It's much better. So in this case, I believe that this kind of thing could cause some problems in relationships, in my opinion. That's it.
Yeah, I think nowadays it's very rare to find out people with a deep conversation, deep talk. And once I was in the mall and I see a group of friends that was hanging out and was looking at their cell phones a long time. So I was keeping think, oh, you separate a part of your day to hanging out with your friends, but it's using the cell phone. Isn't more easy just send a message to them and keep in the home? I don't know because these people cannot even look in their own eyes, like you said. And I don't know, I think this made the relationship doesn't be so deep, just be a superficial thing. And this is very common nowadays. Chris, what do you think about this question?
I agree. The point of view Ricardo said is the famous being close and feeling far away.
Yeah.
People, I don't know, meet for talking a lot and more expective, I think so. And when arrive the place and oh my gosh, everyone check cell phone and don't talk a lot like think it thought. And it's really weird and take care about. Sometimes I may check myself if I'm a person, if passed more time in front of cell phone or computer than talk with my parents, my husband, my friends too, because uh, sometimes stay in front of computer or cell phone is a universe. You can find a lot of things to distract yourself, like videos, series, movies, and I don't know, find a group and talk a lot with a subject or topic you like. And it's really weird sometimes that you look at the time past a lot of hours. And take care about this because we need construct the building this relationship people around of us. I think this.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes we are in front of people, but if we look to our cell phone, we see, oh, this news is very interesting, and forgot to build a relationship. Uh, Thank you, Chris. And about you, Pedrito?
Yes, I agree with all, but it's a more difficult every day, this kind of relationships, new relationships with the new generation, for example, too. And I think when we don't uh, can keep a a conversation for just, I don't know, 5 minutes with another person without see the cell phone or do something different in the middle of the conversation is bad, is very bad nowadays to the true relationships, I think. And about trust, like Ricardo said, looking into the eyes of the person and shake the hand and keep a conversation real and I don't know real and truth conversation is more difficult nowadays.
Yeah. So, Michael, I think you already doesn't answer that, but about the question 5.
Okay, I agree with you guys. When I'm thinking here about a podcast that I heard yesterday from Não Inviabilize, I don't know if anyone knows. It was about a son who wanted to become a streamer and is making his mother's life a living hell because of that. And he doesn't want to do anything, just play video games. So I'm thinking about that. I think if technology didn't exist, this problem wouldn't happen. And this relationship between the mother and the son be totally different. So the relationship with the everyone could be different without technology nowadays.
Yeah, I think this podcast is very nice. I always love to listen podcasts about how the world is going nowadays because it always make me think how to, I don't know, maybe be a better person because nowadays we was something that Chris said. It is very more easy to take the cell phone and get deeper in a series, in a news. There are a lot of things to distract ourselves. And I don't know. I really love this podcast. So, Mikaeli, could you choose a question for us, please?
Yes, the question number 6. What impact does the constant use of social networks have on mental health? Um, I think the social technologies in general can change our health, like produce anxiety and depression, or even sleep disturbance. Is very common too. I have a lot of research about use technology or use cell phone and reduce attention and cognition function. So I think there is a lot of exists a lot of impacts on health, especially on health and people that have addiction with technology. I think that is just about all the things we said before.
Yeah, there is even a term for that that is brain rot, brain rot, I think. That is how our brain starts to be destructed by the technology excessive use. So there are a lot of science behind of that. Ricardo, what do you think about this?
Uh, sorry, my mind is not so good today because of the flu. What? Which question, please?
It's, let me see here, the sixth one.
I'm
It's
sorry. Uh, Sometimes I watch some interviews, particular plastic surgeon woman was telling in a, I don't know if you're a podcast or video on YouTube. For example, there are some people that go to the hospital or clinic and the uh, show the photo on cell phone in the request. Oh, I would like to have this nose, or I don't know, another thing. And there are a lot of filters, special effects on, or could be, special visual effects or something. It's not real, the most part of the time. So in this case, I believe that is necessary. You, uh, I don't know, do therapy, uh, go to the gym, uh, some kind of hobby, this kind of thing, because let your mind, our mind, stronger. Because yeah, you are affected all the time when you turn on the TV or look at the cell phone or different things. So it's necessary. In the, I believe that social networks could have good impacts too. Sometimes you don't keep in touch with a friend that, an old friend that you don't see for a long time, and you could notice, this person uh, have a new child, or I don't know. I believe that's a nice part of the social networks. So it's like another tool. For example, a knife, you could use the knife to cut a bread and share for another person, or you could kill someone. So I believe that is the problem is not exactly the social media. Problem is us that don't use rationally. That's it.
Yeah, the social media is a tool. Who decides how to use this tool are us. So very interesting. Thank you, Ricardo. Chris, what do you think about this question?
Very deeply the mention Ricardo said about the tool, exactly the tool. I see everyone around the world is scared about technology. Oh my God, it's Skynet, something like this, like a tool. If you good, if you use a good way, it turn the good things for you. But depends the people. I think it dependence, emotional dependence. I think so. Social media pass for us, and I think Netflix have a documentary about this, and you said about this, Yasmin. Is a lot of things, psychology things behind for all this. So it's really interesting to look this documentary. When I watch it, I may feel a little scared about this. It's a lot of strategy. So some years ago, I saw a video about not a one time, a lot of time, people send a lot of message for a friend and just a meme, something like this, and he waited for this friend answered in the same time, but it's not real because these people have things to do like jobs, something like this, take care another compromisos. And oh my gosh, it's a funny, but it's a hard and deep conversation because take care about yourself. You not a dependence like a crazy a person for this. Oh my gosh, it's really weird. I think this.
Yeah, Pedrito, what about you?
Yes, I think the one of the main a problem is the immediatism, like the people lose patience to do everything, and we just want to have in a click, for example. And about you said before, brain hold is a thing we need to keep attention for the new generations. I try to make something different with my daughter, for example, because of it. Like we have a lot of research about this, and for example, simple things in our daily routine is changing, and like eat something in lunch, for example. If you eat, pay attention in the food, pay attention in the taste, and do a conversation is different. You just eat without this attention for the food, for example. And your brain don't recognize your tastes, your physical appearance, for example, and this is one example. We have a lot of ones, and in the future, I think it will be a chaos about that, about new discovering in our I don't know, disease in our brain or something like that.
Yeah, I think this about eat something, having a lunch, using something to distract our minds isn't just with cell phones. I think this happens with television too. I already see a lot of people of my family that was watching television and just eat, eat, eat. And the brain even process they are eating, so they finish uh, the dish and say, "Oh, I already eat everything, but I never noticed that." So this is very strange. Like you are eating something and you just forget that. Yeah, really strange, I think. So guys, I think we just have 3 minutes left. Left, I think we don't have time to another question. So I wanna share with you the survey for this subject here on the chat. And as you know, if you wanted to share a suggestion, what do you think about this immersion, about this subject, about me as a host, everything you want to share in a anonymous way, of course, you can feel free to do that in this link that I send on the chat. And if you have time, the next week I will be here again on the same time, on the same day of week. And that's it, guys. Thank you for coming today. And I hope you a good rest of the week. And I hope to see you soon.